Yesterday we have seen just the basics of our D365, like how it came and what are the versions are available and all. So let us try to understand today about the projects. Okay, what kind of projects will be available in any company if we join as a consultant? Okay, so there are three type of projects are available. Okay, so what is the first project? What kind of project will be available as a first? It will be a implementation project. The second project type will be a rollout project. The third type project is a support project. These are the three type of projects in any organization. If we join in any kind of project, this will be available. Okay, so first of all, let us understand what do you mean by implementation project. Okay, implementation project is nothing but it's a new beginning of the company. For example, I'm planning to start up a business with some kind of capital, like I have a 10 crores of capital and I wanted to start a mobile business. Okay, means like I will purchase from somewhere and I will sell it in a local areas and all. Okay, so during that time, I wanted to have some kind of software in my business. What kind of software? So I heard that D365 is one of the good software where it can handle all kind of scenarios and all. So that is the reason I am wanted to have that software in my business. I don't know what that software will do and all. I don't know how to configure, nothing. I'm having 0% of knowledge into that particular software. Okay, so if I don't have a knowledge, definitely I should approach who is having a very good knowledge into this particular project, right? Who will be doing in the market. So I was inquiring about the this particular application and I got to know that HCL or Infosys or Accenture or Wipro or Capgemini, multiple companies are doing a implementation for this kind of projects. So I was inquiring about companies. So which company will perform with very good quality and with less price and all. So then I got to know that Accenture will do the implementation project for a less cost. So because I don't have any knowledge as a business person, I don't have any knowledge. So definitely I need to approach any kind of company, right? Because they are having a very good consultants and they know how to start the implementation project. So now I have approached the Accenture team as a manager or sales marketing executives. There are high level hierarchy people will be there, right? I just met them and I have explained about my business. So this is what my business will do these kind of activities and all. So then they will take some time to analyze the business and they have given a confirmation that they will be going to start a project with us. So we will be going for some kind of agreement. Once the agreement is completed, then the stages will be started, like what is the first activity, what is the second activity, what is the third activity. So when they are going to hand over the application to me, all this information will be recorded in the implementation project. So what are the stages and all, let us discuss in a just later 5 minutes after that. So now it is a some kind of fresh project. No one knows what this project will do. Nothing. Zero. From the zero, I need to start doing the project. So that is called as a implementation project. Okay. How long it will take implementation project? It depends upon the business requirement, and it depends upon the business grow. Like, see, if I have a turnover of expansion or many things, it depends upon all the aspects and all. So minimum it will be a 7 to 8 months of project. Whenever you say if it is a implementation project, minimum it will be 8 months, maximum can be 2 years also. Okay, there are very big projects which will continue for a 2 years or 3 years or four, almost 2 years it will be continue. So more than 2 years it won't be there, 99%, but 2 years is a maximum number. So because minimum 8 months, why I am saying it is 8 months? Because to understand the business requirement, to implement in the system, you have each stage will take minimum 15 to 20 days. Doing a development, doing a testing, configuration, deployment, user training, user manuals, everything you have to do it, right? So that is why minimum it will take 8 months of time, maximum it can go for a 2 years. So that is called as an implementation project. It is a fresh project, so which will be doing by the implementation partners. So now the second project is a rollout project. What do you mean by rollout project? Rollout project is nothing but it is a existing project only. For example, in the same, and now I will modify my example. I am from past 10 years onwards, I am using a AX 2009 version in my company. Okay, for my business. My business is expanding, my profits are getting extended, so everything is expanding. So the whatever the functionality which is there in 2009 version is not getting adjusted with my current scenarios. What should I do? I can't change the application entirely, right? Because I have spent a lot of money on the older version. But however, if I need to have some kind of good relation with Microsoft, if I wanted to have a support from Microsoft, definitely I need to be in a latest version. So now I decided that whatever the data which I am having in 2009 version, I wanted to copy or migrate to D365. Okay, because it is a latest version. I know how to use a 2009 version, but I am not exactly sure how to use a D365. But in my company, I have few consultants who is having very good knowledge in D365 also. So they can copy the data from 2009 to D365. How it will be copying, what are the activities they need to perform, everything they will analyze, and they will make a note of that, and they will send to the whole team. This is what our activities we need to do, like this, and step 1, step 2, step 3, like that, and they will complete a rollout project. So what do you mean by rollout? They are using some kind of ERP, not only ERP, it is a Microsoft product. So whether it is a 2009 or 2012 lower version they are using, from the lower version to higher version if they wanted to migrate, that is called as a rollout project. From 2009 version to 2012 if you wanted to migrate, that is also can be called as a rollout. From 2009 to D365, that can be called as a rollout. 2012 to D365, that can also be called as a rollout project. Okay, this is also small kind of implementation only. Why I'm saying it's a kind of small implementation? Because the interfaces are both are different. 2009 interface is entirely different. 2012 or D365 interface is entirely different. At this time, I need to adjust my data to upload into a new version. So I have to modify many things in a older versions. So that is a reason it is also some kind of implementation project only, but it is a mini implementation project which we can say. So what is the duration of this? For this also minimum 4 months, max it can go for 1 year. Okay, hope everyone is following me. Now, what do you mean by support project? See, most of the times you will be hearing about this. I'm working in a support project. I'm working in an implementation project and all. First of all, if you don't know what is an implementation project, then what is the use of working in the implementation project? So that's why we need to understand each word in a application point of view and in the outside terminology also, so that you will be able to get exact information. So support project is nothing but, in our first example, Accenture has implemented my product, right? So however they have implemented and they have hand over the product to me. But do I have a knowledge? Of course I don't have a knowledge. In my company, no one is having a knowledge into this particular application at all. Now, what should I do? I have only two options. Either I should go for a longer contract between my company and Accenture, that please, you only support this project. This is your project only. Like, let us go for a 10 years of contract. So until 10 years, I will not hire any people. You have to hire people from Accenture point of view, and you have to support my project. That is one option I can give. So if I'm giving this kind of options, what companies will do? Definitely they will charge more, right? See, Accenture will not take some very smaller amount from me. No, they will take very high amount, and they have to see their margin, and then they will hire the people and they will support me. It's a very costly support, which I can say. Now what I am planning, okay, instead of giving my project to some other companies to support, why can't myself hire a new D365 consultants from the outside market, and I will explain the project and let them start working, let them start supporting my project. So that is also second option. That is why people will say, are you working in a product based company or service based company? What is the difference? Product based company is nothing but, I am developing this product for myself, for my company purpose, and I wanted to support for my company only. There is no contract for other companies and all. This is my product, my business, and I am supporting. That is a product based company. In this example, my mobile business is for myself, and I wanted to give support for my company only. That is why it will call as a product based company. Service based company is nothing but, you are working for a Accenture, but Accenture does not have their own project. They will hire the projects from different companies, and we need to support it. That is called as a service based company. So support project is nothing but ready application, whether it is a implementation project, whether it is a rollout project, whatever it is, the finished product they will hand over to you, and you need to start giving support. If any issues comes during this execution and all, you need to help the end users. So what is a end user and what is a consultant, I will explain a bit later. So what is the duration of support project? As I told you, it is depends upon the company's agreement. 1 year, 10 years, 15 years, longer period it will be there. Okay, so duration will be depends. Okay, so we cannot tell what is the exact timeline of the support project durations and all, but whereas implementation or rollout, there will be a duration, so I can finish it in within these many months and all. So this is called as a three type of projects. Now Let us quickly know what is a consultant and what is an end user. First of all, for what kind of position we are learning this training, that we'll try to understand. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between consultant and end user? If you have a previous idea. Consultant and end user. For example, consultant he will be having a more knowledge how this entire D365 application will work. So he will be having very good knowledge. For example, if it is a finance, he will be having a finance knowledge into the complete application, how to use this particular option. There will be, for example, if I have multiple options here, what is the use of this option? If I enable, what will happen? If I disable, what will happen? Everything he knows it. That is why this person will be calling as a consultant. Finance consultant. When I say finance consultant, there are some specific modules which is related to this finance. So all modules he should have the very good knowledge. That is why he will be calling as a consultant. And he has to do the configurations. Configuration or setup is the same word. What is that? Configuration. In our terminology, we will be calling as a configuration or setup. He should know when I say I wanted to have a tax setup in my company. So as a finance consultant, he should be able to configure complete tax setup in my company so that my end user will able to perform the tax activities. Performance, posting the transactions, validating the information will be taken care by the end user. Okay, but to work that particular kind of functionality, somebody has to do some kind of configuration, right? Who will be doing that? That will be doing by the consultant. As a consultant will be doing a configuration for any kind of module, and his roles and responsibilities are validating the setups. If any issue occurs, he has to rectify and he has to resolve that issues. End user. End user is nothing but he should, if he is having a minimum knowledge, I am only having a GL knowledge, how to post a accounting entry, rent entry, electricity entry, these kind of small entries, how to post it. End user will be only having a knowledge into the posting side, not at all setup side or configuration side. He will not know what is the chart of accounts. He doesn't know what is a main physical calendar, how to set up a physical calendar. He doesn't know how to set up a tax setups and all. He only knows how to post a purchase order, how to post a sale order, how to post a journal entries. Only posting end user will have a knowledge. Okay. In a many companies, module wise, there will be a people who will post the transaction. But module wise, there will not be a consultants at all. So single consultant should have all the knowledge into every module. But whereas end user, GL module end user, AP module end user, AR module end user, like that module wise users will be there and they will only work on that particular module to post transactions. Whenever they will be getting some kind of issue, they will approach a consultant to resolve the issues. So this is about a consultant and end user. So are we getting training for end user or consultant? We are not getting trained for a end user. So we are planning to get a good position as a consultant. That is the reason we will learn from the beginning to ending. As a consultant, what is your roles and responsibilities and what is end user will do? End user activities and consultant activities, both we should know it. So we have to learn both and we have to apply for a consultant position. So who will be having more chances? Definitely, if you have only one module knowledge, you will be placing in an end user role. If you have a very good knowledge into configuration side and all, then you will be getting an opportunity to work in a consultant side, and the growth will be very good for a consultants when you compare for an end user, because as a consultant you should do every activity. If it is an implementation project, you should implement the project, and if it is a foreign kind of project, you have to travel to foreign as well. So as an end user, you can't go for a any foreign chances and all, because your work is to post a transactions. But whereas a consultant has to take the requirement, understand, do the activities and all, right? So this person will have a more opportunities in the market. Okay, so now we are we are learning for a consultant position only. So hope it is clear. Any doubts? Microsoft Dynamics application, we have three kind of roles are available. One is finance role, SCM, retail, HR, trade and logistics. These are the 5 main modules which we have it in a Microsoft Dynamics application. So what each role will do, quickly we'll understand. You know, finance, we are going to learn finance. So our stream is finance technology. Okay, so in the finance you will be having some kind of different modules as a general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash and bank, fixed asset, organization administration, project accounting, budgeting, tax module, everything. So this everything we are going to cover. So if you learn these topics, then you can apply for a finance profile, finance stream. So what do you mean by SCM? SCM is also one of the Microsoft Dynamics application part of the technology. We will be calling as a module, supply chain management. Supply chain management is nothing but this kind of like who can apply for supply chain management. So there is some kind of warehouse management, inventory management, procurement and sourcing module, sales and marketing module. These kind of some kind of inventory maintenance related, they will be taking care. So whoever is having very good knowledge into warehouse maintenance, inventory maintenance and all, they can apply for a SCM position. What do you mean by retail? So retail is another module. This is another stream of technology in Microsoft Dynamics. Whoever is having a very good knowledge into retail sector, how the retail business will work, how to configure retail, like for example, you know, D-Mart, Reliance Mart, G-Mart and all, right? In those market, in those D-Marts and all, the person who is giving a billing and all, they will have some kind of system in front of them, and just they will scan the product and they will get the item details and everything, right? So backend some software is working, right? Those kind of supports backend, there is a software which is running it, right? So what kind of software it is running? Maybe they can use a dynamic software, or they can use a SAP software or Oracle, any kind of software. To give that kind of support, retail connection should be required. That part will be taken care by the retail people. So retail consultant, SCM consultant, finance consultant. What do you mean by HR? Human resource. Human resource consultant, human resource profile. So this particular module will give you the complete information of the life cycle of the employee. So when did he join the company? What is his experience? So what is the salary? When he has to get appraisal? When he has to terminate? All the employee details will be maintaining by the HR module. So whoever is having a knowledge into HR side, they will go to human resource module. So trade and logistics. Trade and logistics is nothing but this is also purely inventory related. Inventory related is nothing but item or the product availability in the company warehouse, whether how much quantity is coming today, how much quantity is going outside the outside the warehouse and all, everything will be taken care by the trade and logistics team. So these are the five important modules and streams or technology, whatever you can call, will be available in our Microsoft Dynamics. So whoever is having a specific knowledge into specific topics and also, then they can apply for those kind of positions. So if we wanted to have a very good knowledge into finance, you should have the some topics which I mentioned in earlier. So you should have very good knowledge into those modules so that you can become a finance consultant.